Welcome back. In the previous video, we modeled our first building block. We'll quickly delete the guide drafts we created in the last video. In order to model the remaining bays, first we'll select all the components we have and we'll use the Array command from the Modify tab to create a copy of the frame in the Y direction at a distance of 360 inches. Next, we'll copy all three girders we have in the first frame and paste them over themselves. With the selection active, we'll now use the Rotate command, also from the Modify tab, to rotate the girders at an angle of 90 degrees to connect the columns in the Y direction. Notice that we've chosen the center point of the column as the center of rotation. We can simply copy over this new girder on the other side. Now, let's start modeling the slab. We'll navigate to the slab styles in the Style browser. Double-click on Slab Style 1. Click on the Geometry Details button and give the slab a thickness of 12 inches. Next, we'll navigate to the Reinforcement Details and define the bottom mesh by setting the top reinforcement to 0 for now, and we'll set the bottom reinforcement in both directions to 1 number 4 bar per 12 inches. Now, let's draw the slab using the Slab command from the Draw tab, and select the 4 centers of the columns. We'll use the handy Check Integrity tool to eliminate the overlap between the elements of the slab and the elements of other components. Since the top reinforcement is not continuous over the entire area, we'll use draft lines to model the reinforcement bars to our liking. First, let's go back to the Structure browser Draft Layers. We'll create a new layer. Give it a name like Top Reinforcement, and choose a distinct color for it. We'll click OK and choose this draft layer to be the active one. Now, we'll draw the first draft at the very edge of the slab and give it a length of 90 inches using the command line like we've done before. We'll give it a slightly thicker appearance from the Properties browser. Now, let's use the array to replicate this line in the Y direction for 30 more times, so we'll have 31 bars total, spaced at a distance of 12 inches. Let's select the draft lines with the selection window. We'll make sure we've only selected the lines using the Properties browser, and copy them over to the other side of the slab. Let's copy the lines and paste them at a location where they can be easily rotated. Then rotate them by 90 degrees to have the bars in the X direction. We'll copy over the new set of bars to the other side of the slab. Finally, we'll use the Structure browser to select all draft components, then use the Shift command to shift all the lines we've created by -1 inch in the Z direction to give them a 1 inch cover. Now, we'll click the additional menu icon and choose Convert Draft to General reinforcement will select the number for area with a material of normal steel. We can now simply hide the draft layers to be left with only the reinforcement. Now that we have one full bay, we'll copy it 4 times in the X direction and 3 times in the Y direction to create a complete floor of the building. Let's run the check integrity command once more to make sure no element overlap has happened accidentally. This concludes building the model and reinforcement geometry. In the next video, we can start applying loads.